Which kind of human are you? But there was one kind of ancient human we know a lot about. They were our ancestors from many thousands of years ago. At the time when the small humans lived on Flores Island, the Neanderthals lived in Europe, and the Denisovans were hanging around caves in Siberia. Our ancestors lived mostly in Africa. Scientists call our ancestors Homo sapiens, or sapiens for short. Is it because they lived on Sapiens Island, in Sapiens Valley, or in Sapiens Cave? Not at all. The words Homo and sapiens are Latin. Latin is an old language that few people speak today. Because it's old and complicated, Latin sounds almost like magic. So when scientists want to make something sound very important, they give it a name in Latin. They do it with diseases, medicines, plants, and animals. Say a scientist is talking about cats and wants to sound very serious. She wouldn't say cat. She would say Felis catus, which means cunning cat in Latin. And she would call mice mus musculus, which means mousy mouse in Latin. If you read Cunning Cat Hunts Mousy Mouse in a book, you might think it was a story for babies. But if you read Felis catus hunts mus musculus in a book, you'd most likely think it was an important science book. Other different kinds of human were also given their own fancy Latin names. When scientists talk about Neanderthals and want to sound serious and important, they don't call them Neanderthals, but Homo neanderthalensis. In Latin, Homo means human and Neanderthalensis means from Neander Valley. So together it means humans from Neander Valley. And when scientists talk about the small humans from Flores, they certainly don't call them small humans. That would be way too simple. Instead, they call them Homo floresiensis, which means humans from Flores Island. When scientists were choosing a name for our kind of human, of course they gave a very respectable Latin name, Homo sapiens. But what does it mean? Well, in Latin, the word sapiens means wise. So Homo sapiens means wise humans. We decided to call ourselves wise humans, which wasn't very modest of us, especially as it's not at all clear that we sapiens are really any wiser than the other humans were. But there it is, that's our name, sapiens. You're sapiens, and all of your friends and relatives are also sapiens. All the people in the world today are sapiens. Germans are sapiens, Nigerians are sapiens, Koreans are sapiens, and Brazilians are sapiens.